that a lot of people ask about is doing a detox. Everyone wants to detox nowadays, and there's tons of people online who are selling detoxes. But I see that yours seems to be set up in a way. I see you have a 5-part detox, and it's set up in a way that is very specific and intentional. Could you speak to that?
Oh, yes. Detox. I think we all need to make sure that we take some time, whether once or twice a year, to give the body that extra cleanse. The food that we eat generally can facilitate that. But doing a full detox at least once or twice a year is really very important. And we should really start with a colon. We have to get the elimination pathway first. So we have, you mentioned we have a 5-part. The first of that is the colon cleanse, which is the large intestines, because as we continue to cleanse the body and different organs of the bodies, we actually need to have we have to have that elimination pathway, which is the colon, the large intestines, cleanse. So we start there in cleansing the large intestines. Then that's just one, detox 1, and then we have detox 2, which is the small intestines. The small intestines is where your nutrients is absorbed, and overall, that actually sometimes we eat when that is all congested and just need to be cleansed out. We don't absorb the nutrients from our food, so it's not what we eat, is what we digest. So it's really very important to have all the side, have that cleanse in the duodenum, which is the part in the small intestines that the nutrients is absorbed. That is detox number 2. And then we move on to the liver bile duct. A lot of people who has digestive issues, the bloating, the burping, the acid reflux, it's a problem with the liver. But you don't dare go to the liver. You can, but still, with consequences, and to try to cleanse the liver before doing at least the colon detox. So the liver, the bile duct, and the gallbladder. I know there's a lot of people who don't have the gallbladder because that gets very congested. The liver makes the bile, and the bile digests food, and it carries the cholesterol that the liver makes as well, and other enzymes. And 2 ounces of that bile that the liver makes to digest your fats, whether you eat meat or anything that contains fats, or whether it's butter, even other whatever fatty, that food that contains any kind of fat, that you do need. It holds that 2 ounces of concentrated bile to help digest that. And bile is recyclable. So once the liver is congested and need to be cleansed, and the gallbladder is congested, the bile duct is congested, it caused a problem, and it caused that problem with actually digesting that fat, and then you feel sick. You eat fatty foods, and that's detox number 3. And then we move on to detox number 4, which is the big thing. It's the parasites. It used to be said, it used to be said that only, in certain third world countries has parasites, but we all do. I've heard several reports in the past year that almost half the people who has been diagnosed with cancer was clusters of parasites. And it's really very good. They can get into everything, not only in your gut, they're in everywhere, in your tissues, in your organs, and they actually release toxins, dangerous toxins into your body. So therefore, that's the parasite cleanse. And again, you better make sure you do 1 before you can get to 4, which is the parasite cleanse. And that you have to take at least for 6 to 8 weeks. And you can do 2 weeks on, you can do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, because these parasites actually hatch out the eggs. At least there's a 6-week cycle, but these parasites, they give birth to like 2,000 other parasites.
Oh, wow.
Yes, daily. So doing the parasite cleanse is extremely important. And then sometimes you might experience even like itching and so forth like that. And if you combine having that parasite cleanse that has in the neem that we grow, the wormwood that we grow, I also put some clove in there, and other herbs that will help the elimination of these parasites. You may experience this kind of stuff. Try to go through that. Just clean up your diet again, and you'll be fine. So that's cleanse the detox 4, and then we do have 5, which is the heavy metal. So that's like the mercury. Some of us have mercury filling in our teeth, and they think that's okay. It's okay. It seems solid, but we're eating and we're drinking hot stuff. We're brushing. A lot of that is getting into our system still, and again, the lead, the cardamom, arsenic. There's just
How do we get these in our
aluminum.
bodies? Is it all from food?
Yeah, there's lots of it in the food. Then we do have we have the chemtrails that releases aluminum and so forth. So these things gradually in our bodies many times, because this just a slow effect, and we sometimes we don't see it. It's like the EMF. We just think, okay, we're okay. But I realize that there's so many younger people is just really suffering a lot of ailments that older people, they're exposed to much more. So that detox 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you will like to know more about some of these that we have, you can always check out our website at eastgarden.com. You can look to see what's in there. If you have a question, you can always post that question on the site. There's a space if you need some answers. We are not doctors, but we will give you whatever educational information that we have obtained, what we have done in quite a bit of years now, and we believe that it's to provide information that what we have we have. We are happy to provide that information to you.